Our CBS News Battleground Tracker says if the elections were held today, Democrats would stand to win 226 seats, 8 more than they need to retake the House. However, the margin of error is 14 seats, which means Republicans could retain control. Districts like the 7th here in Harris County will play a huge role in this election. Polls say that 9-term Republican John Culberson is in a dead heat with Democratic challenger Lizzie Fletcher. Today, we spoke with both candidates and voters.
This is the dividing street for the congressional district.
Richard Murray's been teaching Texas politics for half a century. He took us on a tour of the Texas 7th, a district that has only elected Republicans for 50 years. Now, it's a toss-up. Is the 7th a good place to use as a lens to look at the rest of the country?
Yes.
This district was for a long time largely white, middle to upper middle class. Now it's less than half white. About a third are Hispanic, 14% African American, 11% Asian. How many districts around the country are changing in the way that this district is?
Oh, probably about 25.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
The Texas 7th has been controlled by the GOP since a young George H.W. Bush won his first race here in 1966.
John Culberson is the right guy in the right place at the right time for Houston and for Texas.
At 62, John Culberson, the 18-year incumbent who serves in the powerful House Appropriations Committee, has never faced a challenge this difficult.
Women feel like our voices aren't being heard.
A 43-year-old, well-financed Houston attorney named Lizzie Fletcher.
Nobody thinks that government is always the answer, but they don't think government's always the problem. And what they really want is for our elected representatives in Washington and elsewhere to actually work together to solve problems.
The big issues in this district include health care.
It's a terrible idea to have the government in between a patient and their doctor.
Culberson opposes Obamacare. Fletcher says she wants to improve it. Immigration. Both want better security along the border, but Culberson wants to fund the wall, and Fletcher does not.
We have to deal with our policy overall.
And flood control. Hurricane Harvey was devastating here. Thousands of homes ruined.
The state loaned us the money. They didn't even give us the money.
Joni Weiner is supporting Fletcher.
I'm mad at all the government officials, all the incumbents who are taking us for granted.
Brandy Paulo's house was also wrecked. She says the incumbent, Culberson, was there for her. Do you think the discussions taking place are helpful, or that it's just sending people farther apart?
I think it's sending people further apart. John Culberson's on the House Appropriations Committee. He secured funding, and we can't change horses in the middle of the race.
The work that I've done since I got on the Appropriations Committee is well documented and shows that I made sure the flood control district got every dollar they asked for.
By the way, we should mention the Republican John Culberson, Nancy, is not here tonight. He says he's at a flooding event that was scheduled months ago. But what's happening here is happening across the country, and every candidate is trying to calibrate how they're going to engage with or not with the president.
Absolutely. It depends on your district, who you think you need to win. If you think independent voters are key, like Culberson, you are going to keep your distance from President Trump. But if, like Ted Cruz, you think that the key is turning out the base, well, there are a few people like President Trump who can bring thousands of people out 12 hours ahead of time.
As we're seeing here. All right, Nancy, good to see you here.